Please welcome Rebecca Farr, Security Engineer, Google.
Thank you so much for having me here. It is an absolute honor to be on this stage. 10 years ago, I attended my first conference. It was Grace Hopper. I saw women on stage like this, delivering empowering speeches, and I knew on that day I wanted to be up here. Fast forward to 4 years ago, I attended my first WiCyS. And I knew this was the stage I wanted to do that speech at. Problem was, I was terrified, petrified of public speaking. Well, I worked on it, I overcame things, and now I'm here today. So, thank you. So today, I'm going to share a bit of my realm of work and why I don't trust my eyes. So a bit about me. As I said, I'm Rebecca Farr. I'm a security engineer at Google. Throughout my 8 years in security, I've worked from my current role in identity and access management to threat intelligence, security infrastructure operations, and detection and response. Prior to my work in finding my passion for security, I worked as a test equipment software engineer and a business analyst. So you don't have to go straight into security. So this is how I define myself at work, but not how I define who I am. I am many things. I'm a cat mom. This is Romanov. She's my lovely kitty. She is not photogenic. This is one of the few pictures I could find where she's not scowling at me for taking a picture. I'm also a student. I graduated last year with my master's degree in cybersecurity management. Thank you. Though I finished my program and I'm not currently in a formal education, I still consider myself a lifetime student. I'm also an artist. This is a picture I made when I was playing around with watercolor. I'm an explorer. I find immense value in experiencing other cultures as I can grow and learn from them. And finally, I am, and always will be, a nerd. This is me at CERN with the first particle accelerator they made, which is the synchrocyclotron, which, yes, I am happy I said that correctly. Oop. So, what happens, you might have seen, if somebody puts my face on them? Gave you a little spoiler, but it's a deep fake. So this is my realm of work. Deep fakes can be used in many different ways. One of the ways that it can be used is for entertainment. Many have probably seen the deep fakes used to create a day in the life of a celebrity on YouTube or TikTok or any other social media. Or perhaps swapping a face of a celebrity to see what if this movie was casting a different actor. Hollywood has even realized the benefits of deep fakes in de-aging. So if you have an actor who you want to do a flashback at, use deep fakes. But as we know, it's a threat. Going back a bit, we're going to define what a deep fake is. So I asked Gemini, as we all do, at least some AI, what is a deep fake? And it gave me this. So synthetic media that has been digitally manipulated and altered using AI, specifically deep learning techniques, to create highly realistic but fake content. So we talked about how deep fakes can be used for entertainment, but we know they're threats. To society, we see deep fakes being used to spread fake news and misinformation. This was already a threat, but given deep fakes where we can say that it was said by a trusted person. Businesses have a risk of hiring bad actors based on a video call with a deep faked person. For those companies that use video calls to verify the identity before password reset, that can be deep faked. Finally, as an individual, we have risk. Scammers using identities of celebrities, for romance scams, or to sell you fake goods. We also see fake blackmail being used, where I can deep fake a person into a situation they were never in. It's big enough that it's hit the news. We have North Korea sending IT workers for remote positions because they can deep fake themselves. We have companies that have transferred $25 million based on a very convincing deep fake with not just one, but multiple persons being deep faked in that video. We have an estimate of 47% of organizations have already seen deep fake attacks in their organization. And finally, and most disturbing to me, is that our teens are being targeted, sometimes by their own classmates or adults. So you may think to yourself, I could probably detect a deep fake. Okay, I have a demo for you. We have two images. One is an original, and one is a deep fake. I'm gonna see if I can see you all. So, if you think this one is real, raise your hand. Okay, I see some hands. Okay? And if you think this one's the real one. Okay, I see more. So, majority of you were right. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, this one, it's obvious, it's smoother. That one has more details. But what if you just had this one? Could you tell the difference between this and a person using a filter to smoothen their face? A study from Australia used 454 people, giving them 20 images, 10 real, 10 fake, and found that an average of 60.7% accuracy. This is per person, not across the board. They tended towards believing authenticity, meaning rather than being suspicious, they wanted to believe that a deepfake was real. They also measured confidence in the decisions and found that most people overestimated their ability to detect deepfakes. This is scary. This means that we are not good at finding deepfakes. And this problem is going to get worse. As we have improvements in AI and ML, these models are going to get more and more realistic and harder for the naked eye to detect. That, compiled with the fact that the resources required to make these deep fakes is becoming cheaper and cheaper and more readily available. We have models that are open source. We have software to make the models open sourced. And you can make these deep fakes on a standard off-the-shelf PC. Finally, we have an immense amount of quality content available to make these deep fakes. Consider your own social media profiles, or those of your friends and family. How many of you have 5 to 10 minutes of video content available to the public? That is all it takes to make a decent deep fake. If you have closer to 20, it's going to be an amazing deep fake. So I don't want to leave you all doom and gloom, because it is a threat. But we can move forward. We can improve awareness, spread the news of deep fakes so that you can no longer trust your eyes on what you're seeing. Question everything your eyes are telling you. Inform your peers about the risks of putting out their information via video content online, publicly available. Companies with video hosting platforms should be researching and implementing detection capabilities on their platforms so that we can readily detect and remove this content. Every company who uses identity verification based on any video or photo should be improving their identity verification technology. Finally, as a whole, all of these tech companies that we have here should be collaborating to implement provenance and authentication for content. This is a digital watermark that viewers can use to understand the source and where these content were coming from. So I hope I have spread my paranoia and made you question a bit about whether or not you can trust your eyes. So with that, I thank you and leave you with another picture.